So those who wants to give presentation, please raise your hands. We will go in that sequence only. Guys, if you are ready with your presentation, so you can raise your hands. Okay, Vivek, so you can start your presentation.
Actually, ma'am, I'm not here to give presentation.
Sorry, I cannot hear.
I'm not here to give presentation.
Okay.
Actually, like the last week, like my portal was not working.
Okay.
The internship portal. I've
Okay.
reported to you like now also the issue is not resolved.
Oh, your issue is not resolved yet.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you mail again?
Yes, ma'am. I've mailed twice, and like now the sir said like wait till 26th.
What sir said?
Wait till 26th of this week, like
Oh,
26th October.
okay, so they might be seeing the issue that because I just gave your request. So I think there might be some problem because of that. If they have said you to wait till 26, so wait. Let's see. Hope so. It will be resolved soon.
Okay, that's it.
Okay. Okay. So for presentation next we have Manushri. Are you ready with your presentation? Manushri. Okay. Okay, so till then we will go for someone else. Then we will go ahead with you. Okay. So rest of you guys, please raise your hands. So I could able to know that who is going to give presentation. Okay, Nur Ahmed. You can continue with your presentation.
Yes, good evening, ma'am.
Yes, good evening, Nur.
Unable to detect.
Sorry, what are you saying?
Ma'am, my camera is not open, so I'm trying to open. I think my camera is off manually. Okay. Find it.
Yes, yes.
Screen share. Screen is
I guess you have any network issue. Your voice is breaking. Please see.
okay, ma'am. Now it is clear.
Yeah, now it's clear.
I'm audible.
Yes, yes, you are audible. But I cannot see your screen. Yeah, I can see the black screen here. Perfect. Now it's visible. You can start.
I disconnect.
Yeah, I guess you have some network issue. Will you able to resolve it?
Yes, ma'am. Previously, my network issue. Yes, resolve it. I resolved.
Ma'am, I'm ready. Shall I do it?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, now my screen is visible.
No, actually, your screen is not visible. No. Okay, Manishri, you
So,
can.
ma'am, I'm trying to present, but every time when I present,
I guess he has network issue. So, Manishri, you can start with the presentation when he comes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, is my audio and video clear, ma'am?
Yes, yes, it's clear.
Shall I share my screen, ma'am?
Yeah, you can start.
Yes. Ma'am, are you able to view my screen?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. So, good evening to all the panel members. I'm MANUSHRI. I'm a data engineer intern currently at Hackveda. So, my task was to perform plotting trends lines based on the HDFCBANK CSV file, which was given to me from the Hackveda. So, based on that, I'm gonna showcase a professional presentation based on the task which was given to me. So, throughout this presentation, we will be going through the problem statement, the dataset overview, the pre-processing data, the steps on how to pre-process the data and what is pre-processing called, the overall trend, the trend lines, how we're gonna plot the trend lines, and then validating those trend lines. Now let's get into the presentation. So the problem statement. Now, what's the problem statement here is a data set of a bank, that is HDFC Bank, has been provided. Now, what I have to do is I have to plot the trend lines and I have to focus on what is the up and the down trends. And I have to validate how much the trend lines that I have plotted is true and efficient. So this is the problem statement. Now, how I'll be treating this task is, first, I'll be reading the data set. I'll be importing the data set and I'll be going through how the data set is actually looking like. And then I'll be pre-processing the data set. I'll be preparing the data set so that I'll be able to plot the trend lines based on the data set. And then I'll be plotting the data set. So this is the workflow. This is how I'm gonna carry out my task. So dataset overview. So the dataset which I was provided with is contains like this. So it contains 7 columns, probably the date along with the time, the open and the high. So the open and high is nothing but the stock market, the bank data set. So while it's getting open, the value was this particular 1607.55. So when it goes high, the plot has been increased to 1609.55, and low, the corresponding value is 1606. And while the stock is getting closed, it has finally been through 1606, and this is the volume. So we can see a difference between the opening and the closing session. Though the difference is very minute, it really plays a very crucial role in the stock market. So this is the sample data set which I have got. So the pre-requirements, we have gone through the data set, and we know what are all the key features of the data set. That is the open, high, close, and the low values, along with the date and time. So before pre-processing it, we need to do certain things. So let us see what are all those pre-requirements. So we should first download the data set which was given to us. And after downloading that, we need to first select which programming language we have to do in order to plot the data set. So here I have chosen Python. So why the reason why I've chosen Python is, in Python we have a library called matplotlib, which is very easy for us and which provides us a platform of plotting these trends using this graph-like thing. So for that, matplotlib really plays a very important role, and this special pathway is given in Python language only, and that's why I've chosen Python. And step 3 is to read the CSV file. So using read underscore CSV off, we'll be reading the CSV file, and step 4, we'll be getting into the pre-processing step. So pre-processing the data. So what is pre-processing? Pre-processing is nothing but preparing the data set according to our need. So data set, usually a data set contains as it is, according how the company has collected the data and kept it. But as a data engineer, what we have to do is, we have to take over the data set and we have to arrange it as according to our convenience, so that we will be able to do the analyzation. So this is known as pre-processing basically. So in order to explain it in a very simple term is, though we have vegetables just like that, we'll not cook it and eat it as a whole. So we'll be slicing it, we'll be chopping, we'll be boiling, and then only we'll be able to extract the food from that, right? So this process is called pre-processing. So we will not take the data set just like that. We'll be processing it according to the need of the data engineer, so that we will be carrying on with the analyzation. So this process is known as pre-processes. So here with the data set, what we are going to do is, we'll be converting the date column to a date time data type, so that it will be easy for us to work with. So using df of the date is equal to pd, using this pandas library, will be converting the date into the date time data type, and so that it will be easy for us to carry on with the plotting trends. So pre-process is over. And then after pre-processing, we'll be installing the matplot library. As I told earlier, matplot library is a special library in Python which helps to plot special graphs, line trends, and etc. So for installing this matplot library, we need to use this particular statement, pip install matplotlib, in order to install the matplot library and then to carry on with the plotting thing. So then after installing the matplotlib, after downloading the data set, we have pre-processed the data. After pre-processing the data, we have installed the matplotlib. And after installing the matplotlib, here we are. So what we'll be doing here is, we will first identify the overall trend after plotting. Then we'll be plotting the trends and we'll be validating the trend. So till now I have told the things theoretically. So performing a demo will elaborate the things even more clear for you people. So let me show the demo. So is my screen clear, ma'am?
Yes, your screen is clear.
So Jupyter Notebook. So here at the intern tracker, the reference download link has been given for me. So what I'll be doing here is, I'm copying this link and I'll be pasting it here, so that my data set gets downloaded, and here is my data set. So using the reference link, I have downloaded my data set. Is my Excel sheet visible now?
No, actually, I cannot see the Excel sheet.
Okay.
Yeah, now I can see.
So this is my, is it now visible, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So using the reference link, I have downloaded the data set from the intern tracker, and this is how the data set is actually looking. So it actually contains approximately, not approximately, so exactly it contains 1352 records. So with this huge amount of records, we are going to plot the line trend. So now let me get into the Jupyter notebook. Yeah. So that's what I have downloaded the CSV file as a first step. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna import the pandas library. So pandas library in Python is a special pathway for us to handle with rows, columns, data sets, and so on. So after importing this pandas library, what I'm doing here is I'm reading the CSV file. So this is my CSV file, and this is how I've saved it. So using the pd.read_csv function, I'm reading the data set. So after reading, I'm pre-processing it. As I said earlier, I'm converting this date into date time data type. After converting that, I'm installing matplotlib. So pip install matplotlib helps me to install the matplotlib library. So since I've already installed matplotlib library, I'm getting output just like this, requirement already satisfied. And then here I am with my process. So as a first step, I'm just plotting the opening and the closing price over time. So this, in order to plot this closing price over time, what I'm doing is I'm taking the column of close, and with respect to the date, I'm plotting it. So this plot refers us that at this particular date, the closing price was very low, and after some increase in it on July 9th, the trend has been increased and it has gone to a stable line. And of course, there's been increase ups and downs. And at the end, at the last recent date, it has been reached approximately 1700. So though it's not exactly 1700, it's something near to 1700. So this is the difference between the July 5th and the May 1st. So this is the difference between the closing price over between these 2 days. And after plotting this closing price over time, I'm plotting this closing price over time using the moving average in order to identify the trend. So what is trend? From starting, I'm using the term trend. So trend is nothing but it helps us to identify the difference between the starting and the ending period of time. It can be of anything. So here, since we are dealing with the price, here the trend deals with the price, that is the difference between the starting and the ending date, the starting and the ending period of time. So that is called trend. People can understand, and I'm explaining it in a very simpler terms so that everyone here from other departments also should be able to understand this data science. So here, using this moving average, I'm plotting the closing price. So I've taken the close of value and SMA of 20 till 50 I have taken, and that's how the trend here. So the blue line here indicates the closing price. The orange line here indicates the 20 days value and the green indicates the 50 days SMA. So after this, here we are coming up with the trend line, closing price trend line. So this trend line indicates nothing but, so from a very low value, it has been gone through a very high point, and after reaching the high position, it has again reached to a lower point. So this trend value, in a simpler terms, explains this particular thing, what I've said. So I don't want to complicate things. And of course, the closing trend here indicates that it has been constantly increasing over a period of time. So this straight line indicates that. So from 1600 till 1700, there has been a constant increase, whereas in the trend line, from 1640 till 1680, and again it has been down to 1670, something like that. And here I'm validating the trend values which I have plotted. So this is the uptrend. Uptrend is nothing but it shows the increase in the value. That is from lower till the higher value. The moment it has reached is simply known as uptrend. And the downtrend is usually used to explain the thing in the opposite manner. That is from the top till the bottom, the value which has been decreased. And using this, we will easily be able to validate whether the trend lines which we have plotted here is right or not. So since comparatively here and here, the values are similar, so which provides us and which validates that the plot which we have plotted is true. So now let me move on to my presentation. So I'm done with my demo. So these are all the references which have gone through in order to take a very detailed analysis on the HDFC Bank. So also these links helps to learn people from the scratch about the trend lines and how to plot them, and a detailed analysis of that would be provided and summary. So throughout this session, I've told you what trend lines are, the importance of Python language in plotting these trend lines, and then about the matplot library, and also about the pandas, and about the process of pre-processing, and then the analysis of the data set using those trend lines. So any questions? So, okay, thank you. So if you people have any more questions, you can contact me through this email ID. Thank you.
Okay, so Manushri, are you done with your presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so your presentation is quite good, as well as your demonstration part was also quite detailed. Sorry. Can you let me know the brief description? You used a keyword moving averages. So can
Yes,
you tell
ma'am.
me what is moving average?
So moving average is nothing but, so on each and every particular day, the values will be keeps on changing. So in order to keep track of those changing values, we use the term moving average. So using the plot trend, we'll be able to find out how much the value has been changed from each and every particular day.
Okay, fine. Rest from your side, do you have any questions to ask?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so I will provide your scores and feedback on your email.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome. Noor, have you resolved your issue?
Ma'am, actually, I connected through my mobile network, so that's why problem is happening. So my router is not working.
So will you able to present your screen through mobile?
Yes.
You can try, because I think when you present the screen through mobile, your camera can't be open. Let's see if you could able to do it.
Yes, ma'am. My screen is visible.
Till now it's not visible. I can see black. Yeah, now I can see your screen. You can start.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, ma'am. My project is a fundamental of electronics project, and task name is implement electronic project and give technical presentation. So I choose a topic, distance measurement using Arduino and ultrasonic distance sensor. The table of content is introduction, contents and components, pin details, distance calculation, connection diagram, schematic view, and live simulation, and future scope, and calculation and references. So moving to the next slide, introduction. Distance measurement using an Arduino and ultrasonic distance sensor is essential for numerous applications. By knowing the proximity of objects or observing circle. This technology is particularly valuable in robotics, automation, security, even in daily life for tasks like parking assistance and smart home devices. By providing accurate and real-time distance data, it enables us to make informed decisions, automate processes, and enhance safety and efficiency in various domains. Moving to the next slide. Components used to make this project is Arduino UNO microprocessor and microcontrollers, not microprocessor, Arduino microcontroller, and 16:2 LCD display, and ultrasonic distance sensor, and a potentiometer and 1K resistor, and some connecting wire and power supply and breadboard. Here is the details pin diagram of the component. For the potentiometer pin diagrams, first pin is VCC, second is output, and third is ground. And here is the ultrasonic distance sensor. First pin is VCC, then trigger, then echo, and ground. And trigger pin is triggering the pulse, and echo pin is receive the reflected pulse from the transmitted through the trigger. And here is LCD pin out, and first pin is ground, and then 5V, and contrast control, then register select, and read write pin, enable pin, and there is 8 data pin, which is 0 to 7, and LED 5, which is positive, and LED ground. Moving to the next slide, and distance. Here is distance calculation. How we calculate the distance? So from the sensor, from triggering, there is trigger and ultrasonic pulses, ultrasonic sound pulses, and reflected by an object and reflected back by them, and received by the echoes. So received by the echoes. So this way we can calculate the distance of an object. So here is the formula of the distance measurement, and here is the connection diagram. You can see here connected connection. There is a schematic view of this project. So live simulation. I'm using Tinkercad software to simulate this project. So I can view the simulation. Ma'am, are you able to see my Tinkercad?
Yes, I can see. Yeah, I can see.
Okay. I think we already opened it in another tab. Ma'am, now distance is showing approximately same. Here is 159 centimeter and displaying the 156. This is nearly my measurement. I can adjust the contrast of the LCD by adjusting the potentiometer. Moving, not clicking right properly. I think move potentiometer, moved away. Yes. No. Ma'am, here is a distance showing that. Ma'am, are you able to see?
Yes, I can see.
Yes. So going to coding parts, you can see also the distance printing on the serial monitor. If I make this is full screen, so that could be better. Okay. So every time I move the objects, it shows the real position, real distance of the objects. To show the distance in the LCD display, I include a library liquid crystal LCD, and the first pin is RS pin, which is reset the LCD, and pin number 8 is enable pin, and the rest of the pins are data pins in the LCD. I have connected to the those pin to the Arduino digital pin. And first I initialize the LCD and pin mode 10 as an output, which is echo pin, and input output pin is a trigger pin, and pin mode 12 is an input, which is echo pin. And first I cannot. And first of all, we trigger the pulse. First of all, low, then wait for 5 microsecond, and after that, we send the pulses for 5 milliseconds, and after that we low the pulses, and we read equals, that is distance, how much distance from objects is. So we are storing in a variable, integer variable a, and we are calculating the distance using this formula. So simple distance equal to speed into time. So speed of a sound in the ear is nearly 343 meter per second. We are converting into a microsecond, centimeter per microsecond. So in order to display the data in LCD, in LCD, I am converting the integer value to the string using type conversion, and finally print the distance and to the monitor and also in the serial monitor. Okay, next, ma'am. Future scopes of the sensor, ultrasonic distance sensor project. So Arduino and ultrasonic distance sensor project includes enhancing accuracy, integrating IoT capabilities, and exploring applications in smart cities, autonomous vehicles, and healthcare. And advanced sensor integration, real-time data visualization. We can read data in real time. You configuring with it IoT. If you use if you use ESP8266 microcontroller instead of Arduino, so we can connect it through the cloud-based server, and then we can see the data in our mobile phone or any devices. So IoT integration and machine learning, environmental monitoring, and accessibility solutions. Moving to the next slide. The conclusion. In the conclusion, using an Arduino and ultrasonic distance sensor provides an accessible and efficient means of accurately measuring distance. This versatile combination can be employed in various applications from robotics to smart home systems, enhancing our ability to sense and respond to our surroundings. Moving to the next slide. Next slide. These are all the references I use for making this project. This is Q&A section, ma'am. Do you have any questions or anyone have? And lastly, thank you.
Okay, so Noor, are you done with your presentation? Noor, are you able
Yes,
to
ma'am.
hear me? Yes, you are done with your presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so see, your presentation was good, but the flow was not at that level as it should be. Means it was breaking in between. Okay, and a few more points I want to address. First of all, when you are starting your presentation, so start with a short story. Okay, see, your topic is little theoretical. Okay, so you
Yeah.
have put the content in pairwise. So try when you are explaining the slide, rather than reading out the slide, try to explain it in your own way. don't put the content in para-wise rather than writing in points, small points, and explain it in your own ways. And whatever you are explaining, whether it's technical or theoretical portion, try to relate it with real world example, that how it is implied today, whatever you are doing.
Okay.
Are you getting my point now? So what actually I'm
Yes,
trying to
yes.
say? Yes. So from the next presentation onwards, whatever your topic is, try to create a short story in beginning. Yeah, that for what purpose you are doing that project, okay, and how it is implied
Okay.
in today's world. And whenever you are explaining, like you future scope you discuss. So rather than
Mm.
just reading out, pick 2 3 points from them and just relate it with today's application. Yeah, that this can be the future scope. Yeah, its advantage is this. So all these things, or and this is all from my side what I feel. And from your side, do you have any questions to ask? You can.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so I will provide your scores and feedback on your email.
Okay, ma'am. And ma'am, overall presentation is good, and all the project all the projects are given to me. This is all are simulation part. Those are having simulation parts.
See, actually, this thing can be told to you. You can write it on support@hackbit.in, because tasks are generated from Devanshu Sarna. So he will let you know. You can write it and you can get the information about your tasks.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Next, Vemuri, Susmitha, are you ready with your presentation?
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yes, ma'am. I'm ready with my presentation.
Okay, so Noor, you can stop sharing your screen. Noor, you can stop sharing your screen. Yes. Susmitha, you can start.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, is my screen visible?
Yes, your screen is visible.
So, hello everyone. I'm Susmitha, and as per my project, it's a stock trading application. And as per the task, I was given a task of to portray the overview of the project synopsis, which is a stock trading application. So before indulging too much into the Java applications and Java features, I would simply like to refer what stock trading application is. So these are the things I will be dealing with in today's session. So yes, stock trading application, it's simple interface where person can either sell or they can buy a stock. And stock is nothing but a share of a company. For suppose we have multiple companies, like we have Amazon, we have Flipkart, we have Meesho, we have multiple brands where we can buy their shares, so that from their shares we can either earn or sometimes we may end up losing our money. So simple. Stock is nothing but a share which a person can buy and they can sell it upon their interest. So before making any application, I believe it's important to look for its future scope. So according to an article called Modern Trader, it says that there are 9.6 million traders worldwide right now. So it's obvious that it's going to increase in future more and more. Yes, it might decrease, but according to a lot of articles that I've researched, it says that the world, according to those articles, the number of traders are going to increase. So whenever there is an opportunity to create an application, looking at the future scope is one of the important things. So, and from that scope, I can guarantee that stock trading application is going to be one of the biggest applications that will be used by a lot of users. So yes, that's stock trading application. And I would like to say why I used Java rather than just because I belong to a Java development. No, it's not. Java has multiple features. It can multitask. So the first thing that comes is portability. So let's not concentrate on the PPT. Portability, I'll give a real example. We have few applications that run on mobile, which don't run on few laptops, which don't run on few desktops. So portability is a feature that allows you to run application in multiple platforms and multiple OS. So through portability, this application can be used by phone, through desktop, through any operating system device. So you can expect a responsive. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah, sorry, thank you. So yes, you can expect a responsive application through portability, which is one of the features of Java. And next comes the performance and speed. While using any applications, one of the requirements from the user end would be their consumption time and the speed and the performance. So Java provides you just in time, which is known as JIT compilation, that is efficient while through the performance. Which means if you open the application and if you fetch through the information, it gives you the corresponding data, it gives you the corresponding answer for your query in a very little amount of time, which saves your time and it saves your efficient time and it creates a good feeling of using an application, which is I believe it is important while using any kind of information, because buffering and stucking at a point of time is not something that a user expects while using any kind of app or application. And next comes security. Coming to stock trading application, in order to use that application, you need to provide your personal details such as email, your bank account, your PAN card details, or your other details, which are quite authentic and you can't let it go anywhere, right? So security is what provided by the Java, and your information will be safe and secure. Only authorized people can open your app and can go through your details. And next comes the scalability, ma'am. So what happens is while using stock trading applications, we are using real-time data, right? So there are times where new data arises and old data gets deleted. Few companies delete this. Few companies kind of add their stocks. I'll give an example. Consider time of COVID, where use of e-commerce website were on higher levels. So Amazon, Flipkart, these are the e-commerce website which people use the most. So their stocks might increase a lot while they were being used a lot. So people tend to buy them a lot. And what happens is sometimes when we I'll give one more example is that whenever inter results or 10th results comes, we face a problem of server down, right? That's because a lot of people trying to connect to same application at the same time. So that creates an disability of using an application, which scalability kind of reduces. It gives the efficiency to use an application, even though there are being a lot of stocks being uploaded, a lot of stocks being buy at a point of time. So scalability gives you the efficiency to work with applications, no matter how many stocks are being uploaded, no matter how many volumes are being bought by a lot of people. So in order to build any applications, I believe requirements are the main things to be followed in to uh, build any application. So coming to stock trading application, user management is the first thing. In order to use this application, first user needs to register or log in. So while registration or login, the person might need to provide their personal details, such as I mentioned, their bank account details, their name, their mail, their address, and their mobile details. And next comes real-time data integration. I believe this is one of the main feature in order to build this application, because in order to buy a stock or to even make a decision of buying a stock, information of the stock is most particularly needed. So if a person wants to buy a stock, or if a person wants to buy a particular stock in a company, they need to check the uh, result. I mean, they need to check they need to analyze how that stock is going to uh, behave in future, or how the stock behaved in the past. Like, is it going to be a good stock, or is it going to bad stock, or it is going to be constant? We have three levels of stock. So real-time data integration, we can do it in two ways, which is NSE and BSE. NSE being National Stock Exchange, and BSE being Bombay Stock Exchange, which was introduced first. And it is Asia's oldest stock, and NSE being India's largest stock. So either of the things we can integrate with them. And this provides us the information to analyze, to decide whether to buy a stock, or to return us, or to just trade a stock with the information. And next comes the order management. In order to place an order, we have multiple options. Like, we can place it through a credit card, we can place it through a phone pay. We have multiple paying options nowadays, and it also ensures any kind of risk management which is needed in stock trading application. And next, portfolio management, because anyone who is using an application, I believe everyone has their own level of comfort, their own level of feeling things. So, I- making a application according to themselves, managing the portfolio would definitely result in user happiness, which is one of the most important application in building any app. And next comes the alerts and notifications. So as I discussed, with NSC and BSC, we'll have the access to the real time stocks, through which we ourselves can analyze. The app can analyze, and it can give you few alerts and notifications, such as if you bought a stock in Amazon and it's reducing day by day, it will give you a simple alert that the stock you bought is being reducing. Um, a stock in Flipkart is being bought a lot, and it's increasing in an abnormal level. It will give you a simple message that this particular stock is increasing, it's trending nowadays. So if you want to buy, you can buy. So a simple notification and simple alert is provided through the application. And payment integration, as I discussed earlier. And the scalability, uh, it is to provide traffic and trading in facilities that will be cleared by the scalability. And yes, customization, integration, security compliance, as I discussed. While using any app, your user information has to be secured, has to be authorized, and Java provides the security needed. And the integration through while integrating, we need to import a few things. It can be we can import a Java Swing, and we can import Java AWT, which helps us to provide few libraries, such as we can use graphics, we can use color to integrate things, and to provide a authentic user in web page through which users can interact. And yes, we can also provide charting analysis tools. Simply, the user who is using the application, if they're having any queries, they can simply use the bot to integrate with, and the bot will give you corresponding responses, like history wise, or how the stock is going currently, with a simple and interactive messages. And backup and disaster recovery, uh, even if phone crashes or anything happens to the application, the information that they had before, or the things they have bought or things they have sold before, the information is uh, safe, and they can get it again. We can back up through features of Java. And yes, performance and scalability I've discussed before. And this will be the application, a small demo of how a stock trading application works. So it's user registration or login. The person who is about to use, they can log in, and this will be the real-time stock data. They can see, they can view their stocks, and they manage their portfolio from the application, and they can place their order however they like, credit, debit, or any phone pay. And alerts and notifications will be provided according to the real-time data, and they can fetch the data if they need. So, ma'am, from my application, from the overview that I have provided, this application provides you with real-time data, where you can fetch the data, you can analyze the data, or for like according to the information, according to the real-time data, alerts and notifications will also be provided as per the stocks, and it gives you the user-friendly interface, making it reliable, and it is dynamic. Yes, ma'am. This is the project. This is the overview of the synopsis.
So are you done with your presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so your presentation was quite good, and the way you maintained the flow of the presentation as it required, that is fabulous. Rather than that, you have not started your coding part. Am I right?
Actually, we were told to provide just the synopsis, overview of the synopsis. But technically, I have started the application. I've done half of it. Currently, I'm having few errors, but I've reached out yesterday to my teachers, so that I can have few clarity on what I'm going to present today. They said to just to provide the overview of the synopsis. So that's what I provided.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so one more thing you can do, you can add a reference slide as well and Q&A slide in your presentation.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. From next one, I'll
Okay.
do that.
Yeah, that you can read. From my side, rest you covered, and the way you explained each and every point with the help of an example, that is quite good approach. So from your side, do you have any questions you can ask?
And ma'am, one more thing is that I've seen a lot of the both people who have presented before. They shown few references, but as per my part, I wasn't given any reference to my task, so that's the reason why I haven't shown any
No
reference.
problem. If it is not given, so from where you have taken the help, you can give those reference of those websites.
So,
Okay.
yes, ma'am.
So I will provide you response and feedback on your email.
Okay.
Okay. So next we have Prerana. Prerana, are you ready with your presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you can start.
Ma'am, is my screen visible?
Yes, your screen is visible.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, actually, my presentation was scheduled yesterday, but due to traveling reasons, I was not able to join. So, I have joined today. Is it okay, ma'am?
Yeah, you can continue.
Okay, ma'am. So, my project title is about stock trading application, and today is my third task that is about to read CSV historical data of stock market in Java. And the description of my task is to read given CSV file using Java library such as java.io and java.util, and then processing it, performing some calculations like calculating average, and then parsing the CSV file, and storing in the memory-based data structure, and use some exceptional handling and optimize the code and identify bug. So I will start with my presentation. So let's see the agenda of the project first. So I will give you introduction. Then we will explore CSV file, which is a common data format. Then some Java library. After that, we will see how to handle exceptions, and then the actual implementation demonstration of coding and output. And finally, I will conclude my presentation, and then some references are provided. So in introduction, so financial markets are driven by data, and historical stock data is a gold mine of information for investor, trader, and today's developers also. So in today's presentation, we will explore how effectively import and process historical stock data, in Java, which is a skill that is essential for anyone interested in making informed financial decisions and or building data-driven application. So today's objective is to guide through a detailed process. So we will cover importing, then parsing and analyzing historical stock data from CSV file step by step. So thus financial markets rely on data, and old stock data is a valuable resource for that. So today we will see how to use this data from CSV file, and in today's complex market, knowing how to work with this data sets you apart. So we will start by talking why it is important, and also we will learn how to read that data and understand it. So first we will see what is CSV. So CSV, it is basically like a spreadsheet you have seen. So but with the special .csv extension. So CSV basically stands for comma separated values. And it is popular file format used to store tabular data, which is information organized in row and columns. So CSV files are versatile and widely used for various purposes. So CSV file as a simple spreadsheet, it just look like a spreadsheet we create in Excel or like in Google Sheet. But however, it is simplified with no complex formulas like multiple sheet or any fancy formatting. It is just all about the data, and it is like a garden variety spreadsheet. You can open and work with CSV file using most spreadsheet software like Microsoft Excel, also Google Spreadsheet. So CSV file typically contain just one sheet of data. It doesn't have the elaborate cell, column, or row structure that you find in complex spreadsheet. So it is all about simplicity. So using CSV file, we can easily move data from one program to another without losing the structure. So also plus it is great for data storage also. So about data set, we have given a data set which is of stock data of Bank Baroda. So it is a CSV file having 1,725 rows and 6 attributes that are date with format, year, month, day, and time. Then opening values, then highest value, that is peak value, also lowest value, then closing value of the stock. Moreover, there is a attribute volume also. So this is the a little part of data set. So now we will see Java libraries. So Java libraries refer to pre-written collection of classes, methods, and functions that provide a set of functionality and tools for specific tasks. So these libraries are designed to help developers to save time and effort by offering ready-made solutions. So in order to work with CSV data, we must import the necessary Java libraries first. So this decision is crucial since it establishes the parameter for how efficiently and effectively we can work with CSV file. So the two essential Java libraries for handling CSV data are java.io and java.util. So these packages provide necessary method and classes for a basic data manipulation and file input. So apart from the pre-installed packages, also have the choice to utilize other libraries. Some notable options could be OpenCV and Apache Common CSV, which provide robust tool for processing and parsing CSV file among other things. So now we will see exceptional handling. So exceptional handling in Java is a method to manage and respond to unexpected errors or exceptional situations that might occur during program execution, ensuring the program can continue running smoothly or gracefully terminate if necessary. So there are try-catch blocks which are used to manage exceptions. So the code that may throw an exception is located in the try block. So if an exception arises, you can describe how to handle it in the catch block. So you can specify how your software should react to particular exceptions. Also using the throw keyword, some exceptions can be thrown explicitly. So till now, all this was needed learning for implementation. So now we will see the actual implementation. So here I have divided the whole implementation in steps below. So first is import necessary packages. So it starts by including the required Java package that provide function and function for reading and processing file as well as handling exceptions. Then create the stock data class. Next, I have created a class called the stock data. This class organizes and stores stock data neatly, like organizing information into categories which present the structure of stock data. This class have attributes store details like date, price, or volume. Then create the task trial class. The task trial class is a main class of my code, where I have written the code for reading the CSV file, parsing the data, and performing various data analysis tasks. Then read CSV file. So we are now ready to read the CSV file. There is a read CSV method in the task trial class to open and read the contents of the CSV file, and utilize the Java's file input method and packages like java.io or java.util for this purpose. Then parse the CSV data. After reading the file, we need to make sense of the data. We call this parsing. So the implementation of the logic processing the CSV data, which is extracted from the file. So this involves separating and converting the data into usable format, and creating instances for the stock data class to represent that data. Then calculate average closing price. We calculate the average closing price. So I have developed a method in code within the task trial class to compute average closing price from the stock data. This entails summing up the closing price of all stocks and then dividing it by the number of total data point. Then there is calculate total volume. I have created one more method to calculate total volume of stock transaction by summing all the volumes in the stock data. Then I have allowed user input. Actually, I want to make it for personal using also. So I will let users input their own date, and this code allow user to provide input of a date in specific format, which is year, month, and day. And then the code will show you the data for the date user have inputted. So it will search the stock data for matching date and present the relevant information. Then there is exceptional handling. So this implementation code that utilizes try catch blocks to manage and respond to exceptions that may arise during the execution of program, ensuring it runs smoothly and gracefully handle errors. It is basically like a safety net. If something unexpected happens, we make sure that the program doesn't crash. So this is the process of working with CSV data in Java. So this is the actual implementation. Ma'am, is my code visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So this is my code. So in this code, all the classes and methods are under the trial package which I have created. Also, so some packages are imported like java.io that provide class for input and output operation. Then java.util provides utility classes and data structure. Then java.util.arraylist and java.util.list are imported for working with list, and scanner class java.util.scanner is imported for taking user input. So this section defines the stock data class, which is used to represent the individual stock data record. It includes private field for attribute like serial number, date, open price, high price, low price, closing price, and volume. So this is the constructor for stock data class. It initializes objects field with the provided values when a stock data object is created. So there are some getter methods that allows you to retrieve the closing price of stock data object, then to retrieve the volume of stock transaction, and also this gives the access to get the date. Then there is a toString method which is overridden to provide a string representation of stock data object. So this is used to printing stock data in the human readable format. Then there is a task trial class. This is the main class of program. And then there is a main method which is enter point of the program where the actual execution begins. So the code is enclosed in the try catch block to handle potential exceptions. So a list of lines. I have created list of lines to store the lines of data. Read from a CSV file. The read CSV function is called to read the file data.csv and populate the list. And there is another list, stock data list is created to store the stock data object. Then there is parse CSV function is called to process the data in lines and populate stock data list. Then there is a calculate average method. It is called here to compute the average closing price of stock data, and the result is stored in the average price variable. And then there is a calculate total volume method is called to calculate the total volume of stock data, and it is stored in the variable total volume. Then there is a scanner object is created to read the user input from the console. A prompt is displayed and asking the user to input a date in the specified data format. The user's input is to read and stored in the target date variable. So then there is a print stock data for date method is called to display the stock data for the user input date. So this is the catch block for handling IO exceptions such as file reading errors. If an IO exception occurs, the exception stack will be printed for console for debugging. So below are the some static methods which we are called in the main method. So first one is to read a CSV file. So here we have provided a file path, and a try block is used to open CSV specified by the provided file path using buffer reader. So and this loop will read each line from the CSV file using a readline method, and until there are no more lines or end of file, there are below are other functions like parse CSV, then calculate average, then calculate total volume, and print stock data for date. So these work like same as read CSV method. So now we will see the output. So in output, it firstly gives the average closing price. So it will calculate all the closing prices and divide it by the total means data rows. Then there is total volume, and if let's see if we enter any date. So if we enter this date, it will give the whole the reading for the particular date. So it will give open price, high price, low price, all the date. And again, if we give the any wrong input or any unknown, then there is no data found for this specified date is get printed. So by this user can get data for any particular date he wanted. So I will move to my further presentation. These are some, I have taken some output screenshots. Then there is a conclusion. So this code works with CSV file, which are like digital spreadsheet with row and column rows of data separated by comma. This code does two main things. First, it calculates the average closing price of stock, and secondly, it adds up the total volume of stock transaction. So users can also input a date to see specified stock data. Plus, it is flexible and can be used with different dataset by changing the file path and CSV format also. So this code is handy for people who want to analyze historical stock data without much hassle. So then these are some references. And is there any questions, ma'am?
Okay, so are you done with the presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so basically your presentation was quite good as well as your flow was also good. And demonstration part was also, I feel it was quite okay. So I have a question. Can you tell me what is the use of this keyword?
Ma'am, this keyword is used to access the class in the same that class without creating object. Means not in main method. In the same class, we can access the variables using this method.
Using this keyword.
This keyword, sorry, yes, ma'am.
Okay,
In like
means-
in constructor.
Yes, basically to differentiate the local variables and the instance variable.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's fine. And from my side, you covered all the aspects. From your side, do you have any questions to ask?
No, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, in our college, we have to give internship reviews. So, if there is any review and we require industry mentor, then can we get any industry mentor for speaking with teachers?
Okay, so one thing you can do, you can write mail on support@hackweather.in.
Okay, ma'am.
And okay, and write all the details. What is the requirement on which date is to be scheduled. Okay. So
Yes,
you will
ma'am.
get the response. Other than that, you can give your details in chat box as well. So I will also give your request to management. You can
ma'am.
give your full name and then your email ID and contact number.
Till now, they have not said anything, but they can in next week. So,
Okay. So okay, because if I give request, then process will be done. So when you will get the information from your college, then you can write mail on this ID, the ID I
Oh.
mentioned. Okay.
okay, ma'am. Yes.
With the full details, so you will get the response there.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. So guys, we have done with our presentation session. So if anyone have any queries, so you can ask. Otherwise, you can leave the meet. Noor, do you have any questions to ask?
Ma'am, I have another presentation.
Sorry.
Ma'am, I have another presentation.
Okay, you have two presentations scheduled for today.
Yeah. No, ma'am, I have actually I have scheduled two presentation yesterday, but I am not able to do presentation yesterday because many students are presenting that meeting. So I
Okay.
am and time was over.
Okay, so you can start your presentation.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, are you able to see my screen presentation?
Yes, I can see.
Yes, ma'am.
Wait, yes, you can start.
So my assigned task is develop a doctor search website, and project name is doctor search website. So these are all table of contents containing introduction, objectives, list of technologies and development, and deployment and conclusion and references. So introduction, a doctor search website is an online platform designed for finding and connecting healthcare professionals and taking appointment with them. So it is an easy way to find a doctor online and taking an appointment. So objectives of this website is the goal of the doctor search website is to assist users in finding and connecting with healthcare professionals like doctors and specialists. These websites offer information about healthcare providers, including their credentials, experience, and expertise. Their primary aim is to make it simpler for people to find the right doctor and access healthcare services, ultimately improving healthcare access and promoting better health. Going to next slide. The technologies list of technologies I have used for developing this website is HTML. HTML is the core component of the core structure of the web page, and CSS. CSS represents the represent the styling of the component and color the elements. And JavaScript is used for is a scripting language, scripting programming language, and used for user interactive. Like when you click a button on the web page, it's what will happen after clicking. It's decide the JavaScript. So JavaScript. Okay, next is deployment. Deployment. I have deployed the project in the Netlify. So I have followed steps to prepare for deployment. Okay, and then first of all, prepare files, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and push it to the GitHub repository. Then connecting the GitHub repository to the Netlify, and then deploy it from the Netlify. After that, I tested and finally deployed. Okay, next slide. Then project live. So I'll go the next project live demo. I think it is not used. Okay. So this is the homepage of the doctor's websites. Doctor search website. It is about section. Not too much is about. I have added lorem, and these are the services. And there is a section find doctors. So any users can find doctors by using a specialty or a doctor name. So if it matches the specialty, then shows the doctors. And yeah, when I hover the doctor's card or doctor image, it shows the doctor name and the specialist. So here the 16th doctor are present. So if I search dentist, then this doctor is coming. If I search neurologist, then this doctor is coming. If I search gynecologist, then this doctor is coming. And if I search ENT, if I search even capital letter, such as capital and small as well, ENT specialist, then we got the search result. And there is the contacts section, and this is the end of the website. So in the contact section, user can contact through a message. They give us name, suppose name and your mail. So mail, I can give my mail address. Okay, then message required. So hello. Okay. Test message. If I send, then it shows a success. So I have used forms3.io to receive the a mail from this website. So I got this message from the website, name, email, then test message. And the website is also mobile responsive. So if I click Control Shift and I, so open it's a developer mode, and if I resize it, so I can directly go to iPhone SE. So you can see it automatically adjusted. And here is the hamburger. Is home. It is taking me to the home. And if I click about, it's going to the about section, and then services, and then find doctor sections. So if I search in particular area, so search test dentist. So there is come ENT specialist. So why not showing name? I think developer mode preventing this. Okay, next responsive. So in the tab view, we can see all the content are adjusted according to the device width. Okay, next. Going to the next slide. So in the conclusion, the Dr. Search website offers a valuable and user-friendly platform for individuals looking for medical professionals. It makes finding the right healthcare providers easier as the website grows and improves. And it has the potential to enhance how the people find the connect and healthcare providers, leading to better healthcare results and happier patients. Going to the next slide. These all are the reference I have used to making this project. So MDM docs for responsive design is how to make responsive design websites. And these are the YouTube videos will help me to making this project, develop this. And here is the I have used the array filter map and filter method to finding the doctors. Okay, next is Q&A section. Ma'am, do you have any queries?
Are you done with your presentation?
Yes, ma'am. I'm done with my presentation.
Okay, so presentation was good, but yeah, I would like to say the same thing, that the content that you have written in pairwise, writing points, okay, So in demonstration part, you have showed the demonstration of website. So
Yes.
along with it, you have to show the coding part as well. And you have to
Okay.
explain the code as well, that how everything is working behind it. That is also a necessary step.
Okay, but I have not included the coding part. So main coding part, yes. Here is I have used template, JavaScript template. So first of all, the template it does not show the display. So I have copied the template and yeah, I have using JavaScript. I have returned those elements. So I
Okay.
have in this template the containing all the information how to show the a doctor in the websites. So I have copying the copying this template using the here the card, the user card template content clone node the children, my first children I have copied. After that I have data name which is content
Actually, you are using
data name.
you are
Yes.
on any other page. I mean, I can see the your doctor search website presentation.
No,
You are
I am VS Code. I'm in the VS Code.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that is I'm thinking. Yeah, I cannot see a Visual Studio Code.
Can't see. Why not?
Yeah. I think
New.
you have.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. I have to share the new screen.
Oh, yeah. Now, yeah, I can see now.
Yes, ma'am. So I am using the template, HTML template. So initially, the in between the template, the content does not appear in the websites. So using this template, I am cloning the template. Here I am cloning the template. Okay, user template dot content clone node and true, then children 0. So here is the card user template dot clone user template. I have here is user template. I have access through the attribute name. Okay, data user template.
Okay, so for now, you have taken the static doctors. Means the list of doctors is static. It's not
Yes,
coming
list
globally that whatever location I put and any name, so it won't search for it.
yes.
Okay, so you can extend it further, make it dynamic. That will be much more good rather than making it static.
So if we were making dynamically, so we need to backend for this.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I am all the doctor details in the I have written in the all doctor details in array of objects. So I am accessing those objects and creating and passing through it through the search. And initially here is the initially all the doctor details are populated by this function. All the doctor details are populated through the website. After that, even when the user is searched, then this search function, when the on key up, where is on key up? Let me on key up. Where is on key up? DOC, DOR. Doctor. Input here is on key function. On key the search function I have passed. So when any user search in the search box, so click on any keyword he is typing. So if the matching through the specialty or name, I have not included any city name. So that particular doctor is appear in the web search window. That's it, ma'am. And if it not matching, then it is not visible. So what is the function? Not visible, not visible. Search input, content not found. Return through the and here is the this function here. This to lowercase is used for even user type any keyword like lowercase or uppercase, it is automatically converted to the lowercase. So in that case,
Oh,
even the typo not will affect the search.
okay, means it won't show any messages also.
Any?
Means any message it won't give. If I give any random name and it is not there in your list, so it won't show any message that doctor is not available.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, that is quite fine, but you can extend it further because you can have a very good project while making it dynamic using the backend, fetching the data from database. You can extend such a way that you can, yes, you can give a location and then you are getting the all the list of all the doctors at that particular location. Other than
Yes,
that,
ma'am.
you can, yeah, you can.
Yes, ma'am. I am making it static for this. Even I am if I use face page for the from the API. So just a few lines of code of changes.
Yeah, you can work on it. Or and other along with it, you can extend it to make a login authentication as well. That is a very good thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Authentication part, and then moving on to searching. Okay, so that's quite fine. And one thing I noticed
Yes,
during your presentation, you were little hesitating, means getting
yes,
nervous.
ma'am.
While,
I am little hesitating.
yes, so get a confidence, means do 1 or 2 time rehearsal before giving presentation. So that thing will be removed when you give your final presentation.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so
Ma'am,
yes.
okay, ma'am. Ma'am, this project is also I have live. So if you want to see further, I have I give you to the link. So how can I comment on the presentation?
You can write in means give your link in chat box.
Yeah, I'm not finding the chat box.
You are on your laptop now.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so can you see the more option?
Mm.
Or either you will be getting direct the chat option, or if not, then you will be getting a more option, 3 dots.
Yes, ma'am. 3 dots. Then
Click on that and you will get a chat option.
more meeting info, record reaction, apps. Yes, ma'am. I find.
Okay, fine, I got it. I
Okay,
will
ma'am.
see. Okay, so from your side, do you have any questions to ask?
No, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So I will provide your scores and feedback on your email.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good night.
Good night. Yes, so we don't have any more interns, so we wrap our today's session. Thank you so much, everyone.